evolve. But no matter whether your roots here start with a wave of immigration in the 1880s or in the 1970s, most of us were welcomed here to fulfill the same simple government objective, and that was population growth. And it explains why, as we together welcome more Canadians from more countries, and we did that in the post-war decades, multiculturalism was understood with words like tolerance. We talked about tolerance a lot when I was a young kid growing up. We talked about acceptance. But it doesn't explain that those waves of immigration, it doesn't explain over the last several decades how Canada has evolved to become a truly multicultural society. A society in which the words tolerance and acceptance now actually speak to old ideas, and an Ontario that takes pride in diversity as one of its greatest strengths. So we've moved beyond tolerating one another, and we are weaving together a society that really is a model for the world. So how has that happened? In becoming a world leader, in welcoming newcomers, we've learned, all of us, that different voices are not just a necessity to be tolerated, but they are to be celebrated. So the question that I think we ask tonight is, could we have done this without the contribution of our strong and pluralistic ethnic press and the work that their voices have done through the Council? And I think the answer is no. I think that the role that has been played by the people in this room and the people who came before you has been absolutely essential to the strength of the society that we live in today. The stories that you tell and the work that you do and have been doing are absolutely vital in shaping the Canada that we all take enormous pride in today. Les histoires que vous racontez, de même que le travail que vous faites, sont absolument essentielles pour nous permettre de façonner le Canada dont nous sommes si fiers aujourd'hui. Even from the days before Confederation, the ethnic media played this important role. Granted, diversity in 1788 was not the same in Ontario and in Canada as it is today, but that was the year that Die Welt und Neustädtländische Korrespondenz became the first foreign language newspaper published in Canada. It was German. By 1905, though, the Canadian Almanac listed 18 foreign language publications in Canada. For the large numbers of Canadians not fluent in French or English, these publications were the lifelines to community. They were the lifelines to a sense of belonging. But they were also critical to creating a thriving democracy in a young nation. They gave a collective voice to minority populations, and with voice came participation and representation. Participation in Canada's culture, society, and economy, and representation in our governments and in the mainstream media. So today, the National Ethnic Press and Media Council includes, as you know, more than 750 print and digital media, which together inform Canadians in more than 100 languages. It really is a wonderful, wonderful fact about who we are. And in a much more evolved way, you do for your audiences what those early foreign language publications did for theirs. You welcome them, you connect them to their communities here in Ontario, and wherever they have roots or relatives around the world. But it goes beyond that, because when you help people feel that sense of belonging, you give them a voice. It's as simple and as complicated as that. You empower more people to participate across Canadian society and to bring all the richness of their backgrounds with them into the mainstream. And whether it's in culture or in business, government or media, we all benefit socially and economically when these voices are represented and can speak freely. In many ways, this has always been the idea of Canada, but we haven't always lived up to that ideal. But with the work that you do as journalists, we are getting closer. We are getting there. With the work that you do, making sure that mainstream media is a mirror on our whole society and not just a window on certain segments of it, we're getting closer. And as a politician who believes deeply in the power of equality and is only in this business, I'm only in this business to help people to access opportunity and the security that they deserve. And as that person, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for what you do. Your work and our relationship plays a very big role in helping me stay connected to the stories that matter in communities across the province. And the relationship that I have had with you since I was elected in 2003 has very much informed what I know about how we are doing as a pluralistic and multicultural society, because you give me that feedback. So once again, Thomas and the whole team, thank you very much for inviting me here tonight once again. And to all of you, thank you for the work that you do. I look forward to our continuing and our evolving relationship. Merci, miigwech.
You know what? I would like